Imagine a world buried under miles of ice, where mammoths roamed and the wind howled with a bone-chilling cold. This wasn't a sci-fi movie. This was the Ice Age, and our ancestors lived right through it. So, how on earth did they survive? Let's dive into one of the most epic survival stories in human history. The last major ice age, which peaked around 20,000 years ago, was no joke. Glaciers covered huge parts of North America, Europe, and Asia. Sea levels were way lower, connecting lands that are now separated by oceans. It was a completely different planet. Surviving wasn't just about staying warm. It was about finding food, building shelter, and outsmarting some seriously scary predators. First up, let's talk about tools. Early humans were brilliant innovators. They didn't have high-tech gear, but they had stone, bone, and wood. They mastered the art of knapping, which is chipping away at flint to create ultra-sharp edges. This gave them spear points for hunting, scrapers for cleaning animal hides, and blades for butchering. These weren't just simple rocks. They were precision-engineered survival kits. The famous Clovis points, for example, were so effective they helped humans hunt massive animals like mammoths and giant bison. Speaking of hunting, that was the key to survival. An adult mammoth was a walking supermarket, providing hundreds of pounds of meat, fat for fuel, thick hides for clothing, and shelter, and massive bones and tusks for tools and even art. But hunting a mammoth was incredibly dangerous. It required teamwork, strategy, and immense courage. Groups of hunters would work together, using their spears and their knowledge of the landscape to trap and take down these giants. It was a high-risk, high-reward lifestyle. But they didn't just eat meat. Our ancestors were clever foragers, gathering edible plants, roots, and berries when they could. They knew their environment inside and out, understanding the seasonal cycles of plants and animals. They were the original experts in living off the land. So, where did they live? Not in fancy houses. That's for sure. They used caves and rock overhangs as natural shelters. But where there were no caves, they built their own. Some of the most amazing examples are huts made from mammoth bones. Archaeologists have found circular structures built from massive skulls, jaws, and tusks, likely covered with animal hides. These were cozy, sturdy homes that could withstand the brutal winds and freezing temperatures. Fire was another game changer. It wasn't just for warmth. Fire cooked food, making it safer to eat and easier to digest. It kept predators away at night and became the heart of the community, a place to share stories, plan hunts, and pass on knowledge. Mastering fire was one of the most important steps in our journey as a species. And let's not forget about social networks. Humans survived because they cooperated. They lived in small, mobile groups, but these groups were connected to others across the landscape. They traded tools, shared information, and found partners, creating a web of support that was crucial for long-term survival. This social fabric is what allowed them to adapt and thrive in a constantly changing world. From crafting sophisticated tools to hunting colossal beasts and building homes from bones, our Ice Age ancestors were incredibly resilient, intelligent, and resourceful. They weren't just surviving. They were innovating, creating art, and laying the groundwork for all of human civilization. Their story is a powerful reminder of our ability to adapt and overcome even the most extreme challenges. Thanks for watching! If you found this journey back in time fascinating, hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing stories from our past. See you in the next video.